Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris Meany here of FTN, checking in with a few StatHero picks for this evening, Friday, April 30th. Lots happening in the association around the diamond and on the ice on this Friday, so plenty of action over at StatHero.com. Make sure you give them a follow at StatHero HQ on the Twitter machine. And if you're just new to StatHero, I have a StatHero 101 video, the link inside the description of this video, where it tells you the two games that StatHero has to offer, a DFS playbook portion where it's just your lineup versus their lineup. You're not competing against 1,000 different sharks, and they tell you exactly who they're going to roll with, so an opportunity to counter against them. And then the fantasy-based survivor portion, which I'm going to get to in this video. But if you are new to StatHero.com, I have a promo code for you. It is FTN, and as you see here, when you use that promo code FTN, you're going to get 2 first-time deposit matches by signing up for StatHero. Again, the link inside the description of this video. You're also going to get a 30% bonus match on your first-time deposit and a bonus match on your first sportsbook play up to $250. So I'm not going to talk about the sportsbook play. That is actually my favorite part of StatHero. You get to see their lineup, and then you construct your own lineup. And you, like I said, you're not competing against thousands of lineups. It's just your lineup versus StatHero. You beat them, boom, you double up. It's that simple. All the scoring can be found over at StatHero.com. So the reason I'm not going to give a couple sportsbook plays is because we already have it covered over at FTNDaily.com. Free StatHero articles every single day over at StatHero.com. If you click the chat link up at the top of FTNDaily.com, it's going to get you into our free StatHero Discord channel, where there are even more plays flying around there. So our guy Joe Metz has taken care of the NBA fans out there. He has a few suggestions for you this evening to go up against StatHero's lineup. And then Mike Montgomery, also of FTN, has a few baseball picks this evening to go up against StatHero's lineup. So, of course, I'm going to talk hockey with you today, but I think there's a real edge here to take advantage of, and that's why I really wanted to just chat hockey, plus our guy Metz and Montgomery have you covered across the other sports. So if you're looking to play the sports book, check them out. I have both of their articles linked inside this video. Also can be found at FTNDaily.com. So I'm going to talk about the survivor-based portion of StatHero, and they have come up with their lineup. And again, it's just you versus them. Now, there's other people in this contest. As you see, there's a couple different contests that you can enter. You don't have to worry about beating them. I mean, if they beat StatHero's lineup, then you all move on. You win a little bit of money with each round that you move on as well. And, of course, you can only pick the team once. So I kind of understand where StatHero is going here, but there's only 4 games this evening. And at the end of the day, you have to move on. So I don't think you can really risk it. So my lineup, your lineup against StatHero, this is what they're rolling with here today. The Montreal Canadiens, who have really struggled of late. This is a team that really hasn't been able to string wins together over the past 6 weeks. Again, they don't really need to string wins together, but they need to score some goals, and the offense has dried up there. But they're going with Nick Suzuki, Thomas Tatar, Shea Weber. They have the Habs team goalie in net, and then a wild card, which is the Avs team goalie. So you can go anywhere that you want with your wild card. So I am a little shocked that they're going with the Canadiens here and that they're not rolling out Tyler Toffoli, who is in the top 5 in the NHL in goals for. So they're going with the Habs, but yet they're not picking their best player. So I think this is a real opportunity here to take advantage of StatHero's lineup and to beat them. Let's do that. So I am going to roll with Vegas. They've won 10 straight games. They are a couple points away from clinching that West Division, and they are just absolutely feeling it right now. So I'm going to go with Mark Stone as my MVP, Max Pacioretty, Shea Theodore, Chandler Stevenson, and then I'm going to counter against StatHero. I'm going to pick the Jets goaltending here. Connor Hellebuyck, I expect to get the start for Winnipeg. And like I said, the Canadiens' goals have just dried up. The Jets have won 5 of 6 against the Canadiens so far, 5 of 7, against the Canadiens so far this season. So the reason I'm picking Vegas here is, yeah, they're one of the better teams in the league, but there's 2 guys in particular that are just absolutely feeling it right now. Max Pacioretty's got 6 goals and 16 points in his last 10 games. He enters this evening on an 8-game point streak with 14 points over that span, and Mark Stone has 7 goals and 14 points in his last 8 games. And then the center between those two snipers, got Chandler Stevenson on that line, so I'm going all in on that line. You could go Jonathan Marchessault if you want and just get a piece of the second line, but I really wanted Stevenson in there because he has clicked with Stone and Patridi as well. He's got 2 goals and 4 points in his past 2 games, and he has 8 points in as many games in his last 8. So a point per game guy, all 3 of these guys, well, Stevenson's a point per game guy, and Stone and Patridi are over a point per game guy over the last 10 days or so. And then I have Shea Theodore in there next. So I think this is a much better play than Shea Weber. Theodore has 11 points in his past 8 games. He's got points in his last 7 of his last 8, so he's hit the score sheet in 7 of his last 8 contests. And over that span, he's got 4 multi-point games. And he loves to shoot the puck. Yeah, he's a smooth skater, joins the rush, shoots the puck on the power play, is one of the better puck-moving defensemen in the league. He's got 34 shots on goal over his last 9 games and at least 3 shots in 8 of his past 9 games. And you look at this matchup tonight against Arizona, they've allowed 3.13 goals against per 60 minutes at 5-5, according to Natural Stat Trick over the last 30 days. That's the 4th highest mark in the league. So not great. And overall, the Jets, like I said, a team that does give up a lot of rubber, but at the same time are going to get a lot of points for saves with Connor Hellebuck, and the Habs have allowed at least 4 goals in 6 of their past 8 games. So the Jets, I think, are certainly in play, but if you wanted to go elsewhere away from Vegas, I would go to Colorado. The Sharks overall, this is a team 2.91 goals against per 60 minutes at 5-5 since the start of the season. It's the 3rd highest mark in the league. They're also inside the top 10 in shot attempts allowed, shots on goal, high danger chances where most of the goals happen in the NHL, and scoring chances. So if it's not Vegas, I think it's Colorado. Yeah, you want to save these 2 teams, but there's not much hockey left. And with only 4 games on the ice, I think it's important to take one of these teams and then move on in advance, where StatHero is basically giving you a freebie here, taking the Montreal Canadiens. So the Avs I would have McKinnon as my MVP. Mikko Rantanen is expected to return to the lineup tonight. I would have Rantanen, I would have Landeskog, and then I would have Cale Makar. So those 4, and then you can go with Vegas's goalie, or you can go with the Jets goalie that way. So have some fun. Again, it's just your lineup versus their lineup. Check out the lineups that Joe Metz has come up with, and then Mike Montgomery. Again, those links inside the description of this video. Make sure you use that promo code FTN. Have fun tonight. Good luck. We'll catch you soon. Cheers.